that the GT4 are happy to be here. Here's the grid in full.
So it is Enrico Förderer on pole position with Marit Buchmann alongside Mercedes versus Aston Martin. All Porsche on the next row. Denny Berndt alongside Henrik Still. Keep an eye on both of those. They will be making progress during this race. On row 3, Berke Besler and Maxi Schreier line up alongside each other. Another of the Porsches, a BMW there. Another all Porsche row. Rafael Renhofer, Lachlan Robinson on row 4. Row 5, Cedric Fuchs alongside Alain Gabet. And on row 6, Luca Bosco and Lewis Moser. On row 7 is Roman Feldeck. Bit of work to do from there with Tim Reiter for company, Maxi Tarillion and Benjamin Silvesterson on row 8. On row 9, Niels Truger and Linus Harner. And then on row 10, Tobias Bieler-Clausen and Daniel Drexel. And then bringing up the rear, 5 red lights on. And we are waiting for those 5 red lights off. We are go. And it's Enrico Förderer who immediately moves across to block Marit Buchmann into turn 1. Now this is the trickiest corner on the circuit, the scene of many a controversy. Are we going to get all the cars around there? 3, 4 abreast going into that turn 1, and that is the other of the Schnitzel and Mercedes that's been tagged by Luca Bosco into the barrier. So that is Cedric Fuchs, who is pointing towards the tyre wall.
I'm not a race steward, and that's going to be looked at. Another casualty, Brian.
And that is Lachlan Robinson. So he's into the pits. We saw him with a bit of contact into that corner as well. So in the number 11 car, along with Jamo Härtling, his co-driver, may well tremble in fear at the sight of that BMW behind them. We see another challenge for position, although overcooking it into the corner. That's Lewis Moser. The Austrian driver in the number 40, Razun. It was Tim Reiter that he was challenging. He got past him briefly, but couldn't get it slowed down.
Never going to get that car slowed down and rotated, unfortunately, and that went all south for him, didn't it?
We'll put that one down to experience. So Tim Reiter, a very experienced driver, and he knew exactly what he was doing. You just do what your thing. Certainly, keeping Besler in mind, he's opened up the gap to about 2 seconds.
Yep, Förderer getting Förderer ahead at 2.001. To be absolutely honest, overtake there going into that turn as curb was hugged really just on the GT4 Germany calendar, and here he is. It was set up. Oh, and that's illustrative of just some of the bumps on this street circuit.
I mean, these roads are used by the public all year round, so cars and pedestrians are on this for most of the year, and then the roads are closed off, the barriers are put up. It takes them a couple of weeks to set this up, about 10,000 man-hours to build it, and that is Linus Harner on board in the ME Motorsport, Marcus Eicheller's team.
It's far from all over yet, and of course we have got that pit window to come as here comes another overtake potentially.
That is once again the number 40 car, Lewis Moser, this time getting it slowed down. Tim Reiter coming back again in the 66 car. 46th race in GT4 Germany. This is Lewis Moser's 3rd race in GT4 Germany. The young upstarts, they do like to show a clean pair of heels. That's a nice bit of drifting. You get onto that pavement, that concrete pavement, and the back end starts to slide. But he timed that to absolute perfection. Thank you for that.
Trouble now.
I am on the naughty step. The battle for 6th place continues. Right, under braking into the corner. This is further back. So that is Daniel Drexel, and Tobias Bieler-Clausen is the driver who has benefited from that.
To be fair to Drexel, he left him racing room. He could have so easily shut the door and said, naff off, but he didn't.
He had double reason, because Tobias Bieler-Clausen may have just given him a little bit of a tap on the shoulder. You just saw the blue smoke rising up in the background, I think very wisely. Behind him.
Here he comes.
Right. So BMW versus Porsche. The BMW has a look to the outside into the Dutzendijk corner, and then out across towards turn 5, a corner that is taken absolutely flat out.
You know who's going to win out of this little trio, don't you?
Go on.
It's going to be Harner, in my opinion.
Yes, well, he is in a position where he is not defending from anybody. Tim Reiter looks to the left, looks to the right, in towards turn 1. He opts for the outside line. Alain Gabet just protecting that racing inside line. Out of turn 1 they come. Out towards the Scholar S once again. Still, that is Faz Moser, who's just behind, but he has just dropped back now to the outside. Tim Reiter tries to go deep, and that is exactly what you said. Misses his braking point. goes deep into the corner. Let's have another look here. Took that wide line into turn one, under braking, couldn't get it slowed down.
Couldn't get it slowed down, couldn't get it rotated. It's what we in the motorsport industry call a Horlicks.
An absolute Horlicks. Look how deep into the corner Alan Gabay went.
Yeah.
So he missed the apex by some distance. Just ahead of them is Luca Bosco after his extended period in the penalty box, but he's a long way back. This is a long way back from what he's doing. There is Luca Bosco there, exit at turn one, but this is a great battle here. Daniel Drexel
About to open.
So that's a view into turn one.
A bit
once
of a
again,
there.
yeah, there may have been a little helping hand there from the number 12 car, Cedric Fuchs. Have some of that.
There's a gap there. Maybe not.
I'm going to give a belated happy birthday to Roman Feldenfeldegg. It was his birthday last Thursday. It's a great day to have a birthday.
They're going to try for an undercut here, do you think?
Potentially, and also Gabriele Piana, very experienced.
Yes.
He can get out, he can get the hot laps in. Berke Besler still very much learning the ropes in GT4 racing, although he's experienced as a pilot.
Yeah.
I think he's still learning the ropes in this particular discipline.
Okay.
And I think the team will want to get Gabriele Piana to try and do an undercut on the cars around. So a couple of cars blinking. Niels Tröger is into the pits as well. He's handing over to Andreas Jochimsen. So no great hurry here. To remind you, 95 seconds from pit entry to pit exit. Right, more cars coming in. So Igor Litvinenko, he's not coming in. Daniel Drexel is, though. Roman Feldenfeldegg, now he's going to be handing over to Hugo Sasser. Cedric Fuchs, I should think he's had enough for the day. Joel Mesh will be standing by to jump into the number 12 car.
So a lot of activity going on, but a lot of activity in the pit lane. There's plenty going on out there on the track as well as this little trio continue trading places.
They are showing as not running at the moment. Having said that, Robinson's shown his pit out, but I think that might just be a glitch on the timing screen. But there is the number 12 car of Joel Mesh fighting for position further back in the pack. So, Moser, the clock counting down for him. We've still got 10 cars yet to pit. We are into the second half of this thoroughly entertaining race here for the ADAC GT4 Germany. Cedric Joel Mesh, should I say, to go from Cedric Fuchs in the number 12 car. Now running wheel to wheel with the Porsche. As Luca Link, I believe, that he has just made the move on in the number 20 car. I'm just going to double check that. Yes, the blue smoke driving into the air. So I think Luca Link giving the squeeze. I think that is what is known as. We saw him. He's stretching it out here. He's going to have to come in next time around. Currently the race leader cutting it close to the mark, don't you think? Right, this could be significant here. So that's Gabriele Piana in the BMW fighting with Max Rosam, 6th place. Now Piana, well, it was Piana who'd got past Rosam originally, couldn't get the thing slowed down, and the Porsche was able to come back at him. I'm looking to see.
Just pointing out an incident that's come up on race control for you to have a look at, please. On account of the fact I haven't got my glasses on, I can't read the message so far, but that's all about forcing another car, isn't it? I think we can remember what incident that was.
That'll be Joel Mesh and Luca Link who are under investigation. Indeed. Right, where is... I'm trying to look at the pit stop time, and it was, I think...
Oh, no! Oh no, strife here, Brian.
Yeah, someone has made contact with the wall. That's the 32 car. So Luciano Schneider has made contact. Right, what's happened? This has been unaided, hasn't it? Just getting it wrong. Oof. That will not have done the car a lot of favours. That is such a shame. Out of 4th place after such a sterling drop.
Oh, and that's how much the concrete walls move.
Yes,
0.
They don't. And
oh, this is going to be a shot and a half.
Did the camera survive? Well, the camera did. That's more than we said for the car. That is a seriously bent Porsche.
Yeah.
And I think the team are going to be working hard on that, and particularly along the back straight. That is not going to brush out with T-Cut. That's going to be a bit of work to be done there. I was doing the rundown. 14th, Axel Bengston. Hugo Sasser down in 15th place. Another one who's a bit frustrated. At the wrong end of the grid for what he considers he wants to be. Into turn one. This is Philip Gogolok looking to the outside of Anton Abe. The number 17 car ahead of them is Tommy Rackle. So continuing his march forwards, a little bit of a wobble there, but he's got that inside line into the Skoda S. The Porsche just muscling his way through, but coming back, the number 17 car, fighting hard to hold on to that position. Anton Abbé, Philip Gogolok, side by side along the back straight they come in towards the Dutzendijk turn. Abbé has the inside line, but Gogolok tried to go the long way round the outside. I think Avia WNS will be watching this from behind a pillar. They've already got one car to repair overnight. Let's not make it two. Now the drag race along the pit straight. Gogolok with a nose in front, moving across just slightly, giving the squeeze to Anton Abbé. The last of the late breakers into turn one. Abbé has track position. He has the advantage. Gogolok has to drop back, but there's a BMW behind. It's Andreas Jochimsen who tries to come through and take both of them. Not often that you see Gabriele Piana making a mistake, and you wonder whether the BMW started to run out of brakes. So we got a yellow in turn four, and that is for the number 40 car. That is Lawrence Ruhl, who's had a bit of a moment in turn four. The car has turned around. He's done well to keep it out of the barriers. In towards turn one. We're not done yet, are we? Still 4 minutes remaining. Julien Potolo finally finds his route past the number 23 car of Joseph Ellerinter. That is 9th place. Every single one of these places.
And it still ain't all over yet.
No.
With 3 minutes left to run.
3 minutes plus the one lap, which is a very short lap. 53 seconds, 53 and a half seconds is roughly the lap time that we have here. So not long left on this race at all. We're under the 3 minutes. Raphael Renhofer and Emil Heyerdahl will be in 3rd place, but such a long way back. And after all of that, that's Anton Abbé from 13th place. And it looks like he is pulling the car off into retirement right in the closing stages of this race. Absolute shame. He has been a real entertainer.
If there is a centimetre I can make up, I'm jolly well going to do that.
And the good bit is we also get to do it all again tomorrow. At the moment,
what we do.
The number 11 car, Jamo Härtling, Enrico Förderer out of the final corner. It's a perfect 3 out of 3 in 2025 for Enrico Förderer and Jamo Härtling for SR Motorsport by Schnitzlam in the Mercedes AMG GT4. 3 wins from 3 races. Who can stop them? Second across the line, Gabriele Piana and Berke Besler. And then in 3rd place, we wait for Max Rosam to cross the line, along with Denny Burnt, taking the top step of the podium ahead of Berke Besler. First ever podium for him in GT4 Germany.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Along with Gabriele Piana, Denny Burnt, Max Rosam. They are the top 3. Linus Hahn, Tommy Rackle was easily the best one. And there is the giant flamingo that it serves as the backdrop to the point standing. 75 points, 30 points adrift now, more than a race win ahead of enjoying the national anthem at the same time. But in fact, we were just extolling the virtues of this driver. Sébastien Ogier, the 8-time World Rally Champion. Well, he would have been entertained, wouldn't he, as he presents the trophies to the winners. But yes, we just spent the last 30 seconds. There's Wolfgang Schlosser, chairman of the Board of Motorsport of Nuremberg.
What a great job that motorsport club do.
Yes, indeed. And great to thank you to them for making us feel so welcome. And then from Pirelli, Mikael Blaufus, the motorsport director, a regular figure on the podiums and in the paddocks here at the ADAC events.